This coming Sunday is the 11th Sunday in Ordinary Time. We just celebrated two important feasts on the previous two Sundays, Trinity Sunday and Corpus Christi. We return now to Ordinary Time in our Sunday celebrations. During these weeks of Ordinary Time, we will hear gospel passages that tell us about Jesus' public ministry, his interactions with his disciples, and his confrontations with the religious authorities of his day. This week, Jesus, the compassionate shepherd, wants to send workers into the harvest. We read from Matthew's Gospel, chapter 9, verse 36, to chapter 10, verse 8. Let's take a listen. At the sight of the crowds, Jesus' heart was moved with pity for them, because they were troubled and abandoned, like sheep without a shepherd. Then he said to his disciples, "The harvest is abundant, but the laborers are few. So ask the master of the harvest to send out laborers for his harvest." Then he summoned his 12 disciples and gave them authority over unclean spirits to drive them out and to cure every disease and every illness. The names of the 12 apostles are these. First, Simon called Peter and his brother Andrew, James the son of Zebedee and his brother John, Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew the tax collector, James the son of Alphaeus and Thaddeus, Simon from Cana, and Judas Iscariot, who betrayed him. Jesus sent out these 12 after instructing them thus: "Do not go into pagan territory or enter a Samaritan town. Go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. As you go, make this proclamation: the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Cure the sick, raise the dead, cleanse lepers, drive out demons. Without cost you have received. Without cost you are to give." The first thing to notice is that we are told that Jesus' heart was moved with pity for the crowds because they were troubled and abandoned like sheep without a shepherd. That's the starting point, the needs of the people, and Jesus' great compassion. It's true in our own time. Jesus always looks at us and our needs with compassion. The disciples might not have fully realized what it would mean for them to be the instruments of Jesus' compassion. They would bring his compassion to others. He tells them, "As you go, make this proclamation: the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Cure the sick, raise the dead, cleanse lepers, drive out demons. Without cost you have received. Without cost you are to give." In our own time, it is the church that has taken up Jesus' work of compassion. It is the church's work to announce that the kingdom is at hand and to care for those in need. Jesus reminds his disciples, and he reminds us, that we have been given much. Without cost, we have received. God has blessed us. We are to imitate him in giving to others without cost. We are to share our gifts, our talents, our abilities with others freely, without cost. The harvest is abundant, but the laborers are few. We often cite this passage as we pray for more vocations to the priesthood, and rightly so. But we also pray for other workers, single, married, religious, to use their God-given gifts and talents to go out into the harvest. No matter your age, a good question to ask is simply, how can I go out into the field for harvest time? We can all contribute in some way. It is good to reflect on how we can be instruments of Jesus' compassion, going out to others to bring them closer to the Lord. Let the gospel fill your week. See you in church. For now, God bless. Oh, and since we are celebrating Father's Day this coming weekend, happy Father's Day to all fathers, grandfathers, godfathers, and all those who have shown that kind of fatherly care for others.